Hello everyone, this is Christian Thomas and I am coming at you with another video. And I am sorry that I have been away for a couple of weeks because I've been busy with school and life and things of that nature. And besides, I haven't really been feeling motivated to make content because of all of the negativity and stuff that's going on in the world. And today I'm going to talk about National Walkout Day that occurred yesterday. And it originated because yesterday was the 1 month anniversary of the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. And I will share my thoughts on that. And first, I want to point out that people from both sides have different reactions to the National Walkout protest. And from what I can gather, the people on the left seem to be really for the protest, and the people on the right seem to be really against it. And I want to say this: I believe that every student should have their First Amendment rights, and I believe that the First Amendment right is just as important as the Second Amendment right, which I'm going to get to a little bit later. And one of the craziest things that I've seen regarding this protest is that people from both sides are shutting each other down and calling each other names for the simple fact that they disagree with each other. I've seen comments on my Facebook page calling students retards and saying that they're a generation of Tide Pod eaters. What you may not understand is that a lot of these students have probably survived one of the worst things that they've had to go through in their lives. And they don't need people calling them names and stuff like that, regardless of whether or not you agree with them or disagree with them. It's unnecessary. And I think that's one of the things that's holding us back from making progress, is because we are so quick to tear each other down because we disagree with them or we may not like what they say. But the thing is, those students exercise their First Amendment rights. However, it's okay to disagree with it, but at the end of the day, it's their First Amendment right. Although I think that they should have waited until after school or on a weekend or something so they wouldn't miss any classes or miss valuable academic time. But that's just me. But at the end of the day, it was a peaceful protest for the most part. I can't complain about that. It's a lot better than rioting and tearing stuff up. I can guarantee you that. And also, going into the actual gun control issue, from what I can gather, people on the left seem to be really for stricter gun laws, and people on the right believe that everybody should be armed. And the thing about both of these solutions is that both have the tendency to set an extremely dangerous precedent, because areas with the strictest gun laws tend to be the areas with the most violent crime and the most murders and things of that nature. Let's take, for example, Chicago, Baltimore, Detroit. Those places have the strictest gun laws, but they are the highest in crime. And a lot of these mass shootings occur in gun-free zones. And over the past couple of months, there was a shooting in Marshall County, Kentucky, and the shooting in Parkland, Florida. Both of those occurred on school campuses, which are by nature gun-free zones. So we can argue gun control until the cows come home, but what you have to understand is that gun control is not a simple fix from preventing these acts from occurring ever again. Because let's just say you took all guns from everyone, you'll still be left with knives, bombs, acids, whatever else they want to use to terrorize other people. So pretty much my argument for this is that guns themselves are not the issue. It's the crazy people with guns that are the problem. And I also acknowledge that you don't necessarily need an AR-15 or an M16 or any other semi-automatic weapon to defend yourself. I understand that completely. But at the same time, I don't think they should be completely outlawed. I mean, what about the people who are in law enforcement or military? And one of my issues with raising the gun age to 21 is that you can legally drive a car when you're 16. You can legally vote and join the military and make independent decisions for your life at 18, but you can't purchase a firearm when you're 21 until you're 21. That doesn't make any sense to me. And the thing is, if you're 18, you can join the law enforcement or the military. Well, at that point, you will obviously be handling firearms. I think the biggest thing with that is you have to teach your children, or just people in general, basic firearm safety. That's what should go down. And also, in terms of school shootings and things of that nature, we should increase the security and provide metal detectors, because if you have metal detectors, you're more likely to investigate what's in each individual's possession. And on the surface, it may seem like guns are the issue, but if you look deeper, it's evil and cruelness and a lack of morality and a lack of a foundation. Those are the much, much deeper issues right here. And my heart breaks every time I hear about these situations occurring and things like that. It really breaks my heart, and I feel helpless a lot of the time because I don't know what I can do about it. I don't know how to stop it. And the only thing that we really can do until we get into some sort of position of power is we can continue speaking out. We can continue providing words of encouragement. We can continue letting our voices be heard, whether you're on the left or on the right. And I don't even think this should be a partisan issue at this point, because I don't think either side wants to see this occur ever again. And I really love the fact that these people out here are wanting to make a change and wanting to make a difference. That's what I'm going to take away from this National Walkout Day thing. A lot of people can say that it's virtue signaling and stuff like that. I don't necessarily agree with that it's necessarily virtue signaling, but at the same time, I think students should go to class as instructed and just go on about their day. And it seems like the news media is using this situation, or using these situations to push a political narrative. That's what I believe. And I don't think that's right, because a lot of these people who have survived these school shootings, they haven't even had a full chance to heal from the trauma that they've experienced. They haven't even had a full chance to grieve the people that they've lost. So I don't necessarily agree with the media's coverage and the media's push on this National Walkout Day thing. But like I said before, I believe that everybody has the First Amendment right and everybody has the freedom to protest. But I think that the media was extremely selfish in milking these tragedies. I understand that mass shootings and crimes in general need to be discussed, need to be talked about, but there is a difference between providing information and just milking the situation, which I think the media is doing at this point. And for the people who are dealing with the after effects of these traumatic events, I think they need a full chance to heal first. And I don't think that they need to be constantly reminded of the trauma that they've experienced on January 23rd or on February 14th or at any time really. I believe that we should all love each other and be there to support each other and just be a decent human being to one another. And on that note, if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I want to say thank you all for supporting me, and I love you all, and I am extremely thankful for everybody in my life, from my family to my friends to my subscribers, just generally everyone that I've come in contact with for some reason. And on that note, peace out, and I'll see y'all in the next video.